my attention that some of you are a little freaked out about starting high school. So I asked you guys on my Tumblr to send me questions that you have about high school, so I'm gonna answer them right now. I'm going to a school where a lot of people are going, and I only know like 4 people, and I feel like everyone going there already knows each other, and I'm getting really worried. Frowny face. I promise in high school you are going to make so many new friends. I would say probably the best thing for you to do is find an activity that you like doing. Do an activity that you like, whether it's theater or choir, which was my thing, or a sport or something. Just find something that you like to do that you can get involved in the school, and you are going to meet so many people, and it's going to form like a little community with you guys because it's your little activity that you do, and it'll be a really good way to get to know people. Is homecoming really worth it? In a word, no. It depends on what homecoming is like at your school. If it's like a really big deal where people go all out and get really dressed up, then yeah, I would say go to it at least once just for the experience. In my school, it was held in the cafeteria. I only went to one homecoming. It was okay, but I never went to homecoming again. So it kind of just depends on what it's like at your school. I went to prom both years, and that was definitely worth going. It's fun to get dressed up, and I didn't have a date both years. I just went with my friends. If it's a big deal at your school, then go. If it's just kind of a thing that's thrown together, then you're not missing anything. What if I lose all my friends? What if I don't have classes with any of my friends and I have no one to sit with? What if I audition for the musical or sports team with my friends and they get in and I don't? What if I bomb the summer reading assignment and I can't make it up? Okay, I'm gonna attack these one at a time. Okay, you're not gonna lose all of your friends, but I promise you, by the time you graduate from high school, you're not gonna be friends with all of the same people that you are right now. Because you become a different person as you go through high school. 4 years is a long time, and you grow a lot as a person in that time, and it's just what happens, and it's unfortunate, but you also make a lot of new friends that are a lot like you, and all of my close friends that I have today are people that I met in high school. Don't worry about losing all your friends. You are going to grow apart from some people, but I also went to high school with girls that I had gone to elementary school with, and they stayed friends. They're still friends today, and we're in college. It just depends, but you are going to become different and grow apart from some people, and that's okay. It's nothing to worry about. It's just life. We've all been there where we don't have people to sit with, so don't worry about not having people to sit with in class. It's just class. You'll do better in those classes. I find that the classes where I didn't know anybody, I did better in those because I was able to concentrate on the actual class. So it's really not as bad as you would think to not have people to sit with in class. Same with the musical or sports team, or your friends make it and you don't. I've been there. But you know what I did? I took that disappointment and I used it as fuel for the next year. So when I was a junior, I did everything I could possibly do. And then the end of the year comes and we audition, and I end up making it in. So if you don't make it doing something that you really want to do but your friend does, use that and then work even harder the next year, and it'll probably pay off. Here's a fun fact about the summer reading assignment. It's worth a lot of points, but it's the first thing that you do during that year. But there's so many different assignments that you do during the course of a semester that you will make up those points. Don't worry, it's just the first assignment of the year. It's not that big of a deal. It is worth a lot of points, but there are more points to come that you can make it up. What is the best way to make friends in a class? And I have lunch with no one I know and I'm freaking out. So kind of keep an eye out for people that you might want to be friends with, and then just talk to them anytime you have an opportunity. You just have to look for your opportunities. As for the lunch issue, one time I went to this camp, and I didn't know anybody at this camp. So when we had to eat lunch, I didn't know who to sit with. So I just kind of looked around for anybody that looked nice, and I saw these girls and I thought they looked really nice, so I went over and I just asked them if I could sit with them, and they said yes, and then I ended up sitting with them pretty much every day. So you're gonna have to really put yourself outside your comfort zone if you don't even see anybody that you recognize. I know it sucks, but just like don't even think about it, just spit out the words, "Do you mind if I sit with you?" I'm starting high school in September and I'm just worried about friends. Will I make any friends? Will I keep my old friends? How do I make friends or find a group of friends? So high school is a time where you really grow and you learn about yourself and you change as a person, and it's not bad, it's good, it's just part of growing up and becoming who you are. So your friend circle might change sometimes. It's actually pretty easy to make friends in high school because there's always going to be people that are more outgoing than you are who are going to approach you. I really recommend joining an activity. Like, if it weren't for choir or my Avid class, I don't think that I would have any friends. How do you deal with scary, mean teachers? I don't even know. I never really had to deal with mean teachers in high school. Oh wait, no, I did have a scary teacher. Pretty much what I did was just try to avoid that teacher at all costs, but I didn't really do my work in that class, and so I'm pretty sure she probably hated my guts, to be honest. If you have a scary, mean teacher, do as well as you possibly can in that class, and then they're not gonna hate you. Question on high school shit. Do you think stereotypes and how to fit in has gotten increasingly harder and unfair now than before? I don't think so. I think that nowadays compared to, I don't know, like 10 years ago, stereotypes and cliques and stuff has gotten a lot better. I was lucky enough to go to a school where we didn't really have actual clique, and everyone was just kind of friends with whoever they wanted to be friends with, and nobody really judged them for that. So I think that nowadays it's easier to be yourself in your school. It just depends on your school. How do you handle the hashtag I'm better than you 'cause swag assholes in your class? Yo, there is gonna be people like that all the time, no matter where you go. But the good thing about high school is you can be friends with whoever you want to be, and you're not gonna have every class with stupid people that you hate. Just concentrate on what you are doing. That's all I can say about that. Can you just talk about your experience and all around good high school advice, or maybe a piece of high school advice you've always wanted to give? Like, when you go to college, it does not matter who you were in high school, you are always going to find people that will accept you, and so if you have a really bad experience in high school and you feel like it's never going to get better for you, I promise it will. College people don't judge you for who you are at all. Don't be afraid to be yourself in high school. The people that are going to judge you, you're never going to see them again after graduation. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say about you. Worry about yourself and make sure that you are the person that you want to be, and if you're happy with who you are, that is all that matters. It will get better. Things are not as hopeless as they seem. It's just high school. So those are all you guys' questions about high school that you sent me. If you have more questions, you can send them to me on Tumblr if you want. Oh, from experience, do not get bad grades. Like, really try to get good grades, because I made my life miserable because I didn't want to do homework, and come senior year, I regretted that so much. Do your homework, try your hardest, don't take everything too seriously, don't worry about the bitches, just be who you are, and if people won't accept that, then that's their problem, because if you're happy with yourself, then that's all that matters. So that is the advice that I give to you guys, and I hope that you have great high school experiences, and if you have any more questions, let me know.